will show you how you can succeed on NoFap. I'm going to show you the exact steps I used and my clients used to succeed on NoFap. So you're probably considering to take on the challenge of NoFap. You're struggling with porn, you're struggling with lust, and you want answers. The number one reason why a lot of guys don't commit to NoFap is because they don't really understand it. They don't have a reason behind, they don't have the right motivators to get them on NoFap. Because you know exactly what to do. You know, just stop fapping. But if you realized what it actually does to you, and every time you want to commit to it, this is going to happen to you, you have a different understanding. You're looking through a different lens. And this will allow you to succeed. Because you realize, you know, you shouldn't do heroin. Because you know X, Y, and Z. This is what's going to end up. In this video, I'm going to show you what NoFap does. I'm going to give you the steps that my clients and I used to succeed in NoFap. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing you need to realize, you're struggling with lust. That's one of the deadly sins, lust. So realize that you're struggling with lust, and that's the issue. Because, okay, you're fapping now, and if you got a girlfriend, you're still gonna use her as so. Sex today is increasingly disconnected from mating, and for many it has become a matter of masturbating with someone else's body. So the issue is not NoFap, or like, because a lot of guys, they commit to NoFap, but the moment they get a girlfriend, they just have sex all day, every day. And that's not a good thing either, because you're draining your energy, you're lustful, you're falling into your desires. A lot of guys are just smart with it. They're like, I'm going to be on NoFap, but when I get that girl, I'm going to do it all day and every day. It's the same issue. It's still the same. There's no change. So the first thing you need to realize is you need to battle your lusts. Petite mort, translated from French, means little death, and is generally used as an euphemism for orgasm. So every time you orgasm, there's a little of you going away. Let me give you a story. I used to be a guy committing to NoFap 17, 18 years old until I found my ex. And then I was living with her. We moved in at a very young age. I was 19. And if I wasn't working, we would just be having sex constantly. I know I'm getting a bit graphic, but I just want to paint a picture. We were doing it very often, and it drained me. And I remember when I used to work, my friends would say to me, your face changed. You look different. Could be higher testosterone levels, but it could be just, I looked older. Like when I was looking at pictures of myself, I looked like young, full of energy. There's something different about me. But then after I started doing that, it drained my energy. And yeah, it's going to drain your energy and you're going to look different. So if your goal is to longevity, have a lot of energy, that's another thing. When you fap, you're going to drain your energy and you're not going to succeed. Do you want your surname to live on? Do you want to make your family proud? You're not going to do that by fapping all day, every day, because all you want to do is sit in a corner and do nothing. So have that realization. So the next step is, let's get into the downsides of releasing your seed. It's more than just fapping. You want to avoid hooking up, sleeping around, so on and so forth. If you're in a relationship because of it's only lust based, leave that relationship. Remove sex from that relationship and you're like, what does that person actually have offer to me? Nothing most of the time. So downsides of releasing your seed. You lose your drive and motivation. Remember, men do everything subconsciously for pussy. If I was to fap, I wouldn't be where I am right now because I would be demotivated. Give a man cheap entertainment, a lot of sex, a lot of food. He will forget about his dreams and goals because his needs are satisfied. He doesn't need to work hard and put in the work because he already has the things that he needs. Tactically, because you're conscious, you're beyond, you have a divine side to you, spiritual side to you, and you're fighting the flesh, realize that, eating a lot of food, being on social media, fapping, it's gonna make you demotivated because it satisfies your needs. But be cautious of the fact if you remove those things, you get on a caloric deficit, you stop fapping, you remove entertainment and any fun from your life. Now you're on grind mode because your body's like, I need to put in the work because there's something missing. My needs are missing. I need to put in the work. Your testosterone will lower because it's going to lead to micronutrient deficiencies. The number one cause for your testosterone levels to be low is micronutrient deficiencies, your vitamins, minerals. And when you fap, you bust, all those vitamins, minerals you're busting out. Just think about it logically. Your seed has the power to create another creation. Gets to put a soul into an individual and make it grow, have its own reality, go through life, put it into existence. And you're just giving it away like it's nothing. Think about that. Fries your dopamine receptors. Just the act of cleaning up your room gives you a dopamine spike. It makes you feel good. You're like, yes, I'm in a nice room, comfortable, this feels good. But when you're fapping all day, you don't want to clean up your room, because if I clean up my room, I'm going to get a small dopamine spike, and I'm not bothered, because if I fap, click a few buttons, I can get a bigger spike. So I'm going to focus on the things that give me the most pleasure. And one of those things is not cleaning up my room. It's not going to the gym and succeeding in my goals. It's not being in a caloric deficit. It's not building my relationship skills. It's not building a business. I rather just fap. So be cautious of that. You look at women as objects. When you look at a woman, you just start imagining these things. How can I manipulate her to sleep with me, to satisfy my wicked thoughts, whatever it is? You become super lustful. Your RES, your reticular activated system, is focused on the lust of a girl, her boobs, her tits, whatever, rather than what truly matters. Her body is not going to raise your kids. It's her personality, her values, so on and so forth. You can't concentrate. You're scatterbrained. You don't have control over your emotions, because every time you get a spike in your testosterone, your sexual energy, you fap it, you give it away. You're addicted to releasing your energy. You lose the ability to control your sexual energy, like I said. In the Bible, Hebrews 13:4, KJV version, marriage is honorable in all, and the bed is undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. There's a 45% increase in testosterone levels after 7 days of absence. Let's say you're married and you obviously need to have sex to satisfy your girl. I found the frequency, it really depends. To answer your question, how often should you have sex with your wife? How long is a rope? You need more context, It depends how high your testosterone is, how fast you can regenerate. 7 days is a good spot. Some people it takes 2 weeks, some people it takes 3 days. You find out yourself. But if you're single, just stay chaste. Because 45% increase in testosterone levels after 7 days of absence. The study is okay. I found every 7 days you may have a wet dream. You become elite when you know how to control your wet dreams. I got to the point of having control in my sleep. I still sometimes have wet dreams, but it's less and less because of that control. When you pray about it, I had weird things happening. Like, I remember I used to pray about it a lot. Let's say, because a wet dream is basically you having these lustful thoughts. And I'm going to get into why that's happening. But I would have something external, like I'm about to hook up with a girl. Take me from that room, close the door. It's like God is working in the dreams to stop you from doing these things. It's interesting. This is just my opinion. Don't take it with a grain of salt. Remove sex from a relationship and it will die. You need to have good relationship without sex. Don't be blinded by your lust. I've seen many guys, they're on NoFap, they're all these high value men, but once they find a girl, they just do it all day, every day. They give up on their dreams. So it's like NoFap is not the end all be all. You need to really realize, why are you on NoFap? It's for the big man upstairs. Spiritual views on sex fapping. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. So according to the Bible, you and your wife become one flesh. Let me ask you, what do you think is happening when you're busting nuts to these porn stars and you're hooking up with other chicks? You open yourself to whatever they had. Generational curses. This is spiritual side of it. Okay, let's say you have a girl. Her ancestors done witchcraft, they're cursed, whatever it is, and you sleep with that girl. Now you take on whatever she had. And let's say she slept with a bunch of other guys. She opened herself to all those other guys, and now you're sleeping with her. So now you're opening yourself to all the other things in the spiritual realm. You don't have to believe in this stuff. This is what the Bible has to say. Do I have any verses specifically about what I'm talking about? This is the main one. You become one flesh. So whatever she has, you will take on. So be cautious of that. You take on their energy. Sexual sin is the only sin which you commit against your body. So how does one succeed on NoFap? Don't count the days. Remove triggers, social media, which is lustful, soft porn, music, soft porn, block websites, so on and so forth. Remove the triggers, remove the blockers. Go cold turkey, or gradually lower frequency. Study the effects of fapping, really understand what's happening, and analyze your life. If you're fapping and you hate your life, it's usually a coping mechanism. When you're eating a lot, doing drugs, whatever, it's a coping mechanism because you hate your current state. So you need to work on that. Hooking up is equally bad. Your environment. If you're hanging around with guys who talk about hooking up and all these things, it's going to be hard to quit. So remove these people from your life. Improve yourself hormonally. Be on your purpose. Because when you're focused, you're driven. When I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I don't think about those things. I only think about those things when I'm bored or like I'm not on my purpose. Like I said, I personally stay chaste. So that being said, if you like this video, give it a like. I would appreciate. And yeah, drop in the comments down below what other videos you think I should do. And over here, check out the video which I made, which is just for you, so you can get more value. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.